Welcome back. It's been a while. Well, first of all, birds of all, Merry Christmas, everybody. And if I'm not recording, by then, Happy New Year as well. Happy holidays. Stay safe. I know we got the whole Omicron variant out there of COVID going on, so definitely important that you just be careful. Anyway, it's been a while since I last streamed. The last game that I streamed, well, the only game I've ever streamed so far is Extreme Rise of the Triad. So now we're off to Rockman Forte. This version, the original Super Famicom release, did not get a release outside of Japan. But then the port for Game Boy Advance, they got a worldwide version for it. This one I'm just playing straight, no translation patch or anything. It's just the original game. So let's go ahead. I'm not gonna play like the way I did for Extreme Rise of the Triad, where I was like explaining everything step by step. Just because for that one, I feel like it was necessary because it was like there was never many guides out there or anything like that, and not much video coverage. But this game, I mean, by today, there's tons of videos about it out there, and it's got to be like at least 3-4 guides, so not really needed. One thing this Mega Man game is known for is its difficulty. It's considered notoriously difficult. Maybe even like the most difficult of the classic Mega Man series entries. Some even say just in general the most difficult Mega Man game there is. But it's in fact not so bad. In fact, I consider it not difficult at all. Well, it's kind of difficult, but like I wouldn't put it near the top, basically, I should say. And I think it all boils down to how you play the game, basically. So yeah, Rockman and Forte, you can choose between the titular characters. I'm gonna choose Mega Man just because, yeah. Alright, so let's go over the basics. There are differences between the characters. If you play as Mega Man, you can do your slide, you can do a charge shot like this, and you can shoot through walls, but and also your attacks, or I think like your Mega Buster is stronger against bosses and mini bosses and enemies, I guess, that take multiple hits. But that's pretty much all there is for Mega Man. If you play as Bass, you've got like automatic rapid fire. You can shoot in like I think 8 directions, 7 or 8 directions, whatever. You can do a double jump. You can dash jump. You can call on trouble, and then you can have like a trouble boost, which makes you like fly around. So I guess like mobility-wise, Bass has a huge advantage. But then I guess the trade-off is that Mega Man is better for bosses. But overall, I would say like I guess Mega Man is the it's kind of like the hard mode of this game. But I just choose to play as him just because. And yeah, like this game, it's for the Super Famicom. It actually came out after Mega Man 8, and it was basically created for people in Japan who didn't get the PS1 or could not get the PS1 at the time. Most of the visuals are taken from Mega Man 8, and like a large portion of the sound effects are taken from Mega Man 7. This timing here always throws me off. I don't know, bad timing. Okay. Whoa. The platforming aspect, like the jumping puzzles and all that, I'm still not solid on that, so that could easily trip me up. Yes, I'm tired. Oops. Good music though. This game has some really good music. That's one of the strong points going for it. So today, for today's session, hoping we can at least get to Burner Man stage, at least that far. Yeah, music in this game is awesome. If you can get by like the challenge to the game and everything, you really can appreciate the music that much more. Oops. Yeah, my eyesight's on a real decline. Okay, so this is another challenging part. Is like you have obviously like the wind and like the rainfall here. The wind is pushing you like, back like this. Whoops. The guy is slightly off screen, but you can shoot at him and he can shoot back at you. So I just like to get rid of him offhand. That's what I like to do to get by that guy, because there's a chance you can get hit by the bullet, or you can land right on the met enemy itself, and then the knockback will just push you off the edge and then to your death. Here comes a devil boss fight. This is the Green Devil from Mega Man 8, but he's like severely simplified. He's like very nerfed. Heavily nerfed in this game, but even then, the Green Devil in Mega Man 8 was so damn easy. So it's not even worth talking about. A lot of people say, oh, there's a devil as the first boss in this game, and let that set the tone for the rest of the game. But I don't think so, because when you actually fight the boss, you realize how easy it is. So if anything, it'll make you confused. It's like, oh, very difficult boss, but then when you play it, it's like it's so easy to defeat him. So what's going on, right? It really is not the hint that this game is as hard as it is. See that? I think I took maybe one hit, or no hits at all. I don't know. Okay, so we're actually gonna save the game here. So let's. I think this is the save. Yeah, this is it. So save game. And alright. So the system here is slightly different than most Mega Man games. But then again, so is Mega Man 7 and Mega Man 8. It's like it's that, how do you say it? Not all 8 Robot Masters are available, like from the start to choose from. But this is kind of different from 7 and 8, because in those, like the first 4 of the Robot Masters are there, and then once you defeat those 4, the last 4 show up. But here it's like a weird path system. So like right off the bat, you can choose between 3 Robot Masters. There's Cold Man, Astro Man, who's reused for Mega Man 8, and Ground Man. For starters, I recommend with this guy, or so Cold Man or Ground Man. But yeah, when you defeat Cold Man, what it does is it unlocks the Robot Master immediately to the right of this one, and then on top of that. Likewise, like in a mirror style, if you defeat Ground Man, you unlock this one, the one right next to it, and the one below that. I don't remember exactly which ones those are off the bat, so I can't tell you. And then when you beat him, you get the one to the right of him. But yeah, Astro Man comes back in this game from Mega Man 8, and so does Tengu Man, which we're gonna see later on too. So there's actually quite a bit that was recycled from like Mega Man 8, and then also the sound effects from 7. Yeah, this is interesting. It is an interesting select screen. It's like this kind of system wasn't done before, and it kind of looks like lines, or like the integrated circuits, like the bus lines or whatever. At least that's how I look at it. Anyway, let's do Cold Man. So while this game reuses a lot of the graphical assets from Mega Man 8, it doesn't like let's say an enemy comes back from Mega Man 8, it doesn't exactly work or behave the same way as the enemy from that game. So in here in Mega Man and Base, whenever the assets are reused, they put them to use like in a different way. So like enemies that show up again here, they act in a different way, for example, or stuff like that. Like it's not the same. The graphics, the sprites and everything were taken from there, but they're used in different ways basically. So they have like new attack patterns or new behaviors and stuff like that. So there is some level of like novelty or freshness to the game. Also, I played this last year. I played Mega Man in Baseball, this Super Famicom version last year. And I'm using a gamepad right now. I have the Logitech Dual Action. So this is from like 2009, end of 2009, going into 2010. I got this. But yeah, when I played this game on another computer, like there wasn't as much input lag as there is now. So it does feel kind of weird. Like there's like about, I don't know, I don't want to say half a second, maybe, I don't know. But the delay is much more noticeable, and it's kind of throwing me off here. So I don't know if there's a way I can fix or adjust it. There might be a setting or something, but I'll have to see. But in the meantime, I have to get used to this difference in timing of the button inputs when I'm playing. Not gonna be fun when I have to time like moves for bosses or stuff like that. Yeah, so the graphics are great for this game. They're really, really good for Super NES standards. But then again, they just took the assets from the PlayStation game, not to the same fidelity, but still it's very nice. And this is one of the latest games released for like the Super NES or Super Famicom. So yeah. All right, so next up here you have this 1-up. This 1-up respawns every time you die when you come back here, which is good. It's good, and it's actually, I think it's necessary, because this 1-up here is for this next part. That's not what was supposed to be challenging about this that part there. I tried jumping, but yeah, again, the input timing is not so great here. But what happens often there is you get hit by like bullets from those flying enemies, and you just fall off, and those ice platforms you're on, they're like timed. The moment you land on them, they crack once and then they just shatter. And then, but yeah, that section is an example of how biased the stage portions of the levels are for Base. Like it's a lot easier when you're playing Base than Mega Man, because the double jump can really save you from situations like that. Not so much with Mega Man. So. But that time I died in a way that I hadn't never died before. So that's kind of different. Oops, it's kind of different from usual. But hey, once again, we have that 1-up there. So every time you die, that 1-up respawns. So it's like it doesn't even matter. You have like unlimited tries basically, assuming you can get back to that 1-up without losing any additional lives. Alright, let's do it again. There we go. But, you know, even if you get by that part, like, the upcoming sections, they're not challenging with respect to, like, platforming, but, like, the enemies in general in this game, they hit hard, right? So, and this mini boss, yeah, this is really happening. He's not so bad, you know, you just have to keep on shooting at the head. The hitbox might be a bit awkward, but if you do stuff like this, you'll be okay. There we go. And looks like health drops are pretty rare in this game, or at least from my experience. But there are places like here where there's some like fixed locations for health drops. They really do come in handy because you gotta make the most of those. Okay. This is an annoying part. I just inevitably take damage here, so it's like just try to clear that breaking ice platform or bridge or whatever as fast as you can. That's the priority. Just get over here. That's it. See that? The guy was off screen, but he was still able to shoot at me. But I was able to do the same, so just take advantage of that. And like their mortar shells or whatever, their cannonballs, they tend to fly over your head. You just gotta stand still, and if you're like in the right angular position or whatever. Close call. The knockback almost dropped me into spikes, but I'm okay. I might use this moment here, this section, to see if I can get a health pickup. Because there isn't really an opportunity for health after this. There's like one other section after this part, and then it's like the boss comes right after that. So I don't know. Oh, there's some health. I don't know any other enemies that'll give some health after this. Oh, there we go. I think this should be okay. Well, I mean, there's this guy, but I don't even know if he spawns anything. That's the other problem. Okay, maybe he spawns stuff. All right. Okay, so here, this next section, what you have to do is you have to, as Mega Man anyway, you have to ride that ice block to get across. So let's do it. Alright, we're okay. And then there's like this guy. And then what you can do is just wait here, let them both charge here, then get over here. Maybe they'll drop some health, I don't know. Okay, I guess not. But it doesn't matter because here comes the boss. In general, okay, so we're fighting Cold Man, right? In general, Cold Man she should be pretty easy, like, but there's some, because his pattern is mostly predictable. He does like this one thing most of the time where he just shoots like this sliding ice wall at you that you just jump over, it bounces on the wall behind you, then like, you know, comes back, so you gotta like jump over it again. He does that mostly, but sometimes he does like this, he might jump closer to you inside in the boss room, shortening the distance between you and him. I don't know why he does that or what sets him off to do it, but that's random, and if he does, obviously things get harder. And there's this other attack he does where, well, actually, he jumps across the screen to where you are, so like, you know, to the opposite side of the room, and then he has this ground trap that he sets off, and it can like trap you in place, and then you're sitting duck for his ice wall attack. I don't know how or what determines when he'll use that, but just hope for the best and hope that it doesn't happen. In the meantime, what you want to be doing is this. And then now just focus your. Oh shit, okay. That was a bad example, but. Really bad example. Yeah, not the best. Okay, I think I'm on track again. There we go. Okay, well, there's a minor slip up there. And in this case, he did not use any of his more difficult attacks. But I just slipped up a bit, and you know, from there it was like a snowball, a domino effect, and everything just, you know, rolled out of control. But yeah, he's really overall not too bad. And thanks, yeah. It's actually not too difficult. The idea is when he's at full health, he'll just use that one attack primarily, and you just have to jump over the ice wall when it comes at you, then shoot the charge shot at him, then jump over that rebounding ice block, rinse and repeat until he's like about half health. When he's at half health, he'll start shooting that enemy up in the air in the cloud that'll come at you. At that point, just focus your charge shots at that cloud enemy, and then just keep shooting at Cold Man with just regular shots, you know, and eventually he'll go down. I tried shooting at the cloud enemy with like regular buster shots, but I don't know, the hitbox is terrible, and I can never hit it properly with each jump. And then, but you know, like the first time I jump, I don't hit it enough, and it's still alive and it's coming at me, and by then it's too close and everything's out of control. Anyway, so we got him, and these opened up. So we've got Pirate Man and Burner Man. The ice wall will be good for him, for Burner Man, so we're gonna go after him next. The only downside to this is that Burner Man is considered like the most difficult robot master of this game, and I think just one of the most, or the most difficult robot master in general for the classic series. So we have that going for us. And not only that, but his stage is kind of long, and you know, it's just full of a lot of like enemies or traps and obstacles that hit hard. So that's not pleasant either. You don't want to be coming in here with like low on lives, or like, you know. Okay, that's not good. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's still there. My voice is just dry, or my throat rather. I'm tired, I'm not sick, don't worry. Oh yeah, now he drops like a big health pickup here now, when I really don't need it that much. This music here, I think, is very, very deceptive for just who you're gonna come up against. So, and yeah, you have like gaps that are hidden behind that foreground element there. And that's one of the gimmicks for the stages. See that? Mega Man can shoot through walls like this, but Base can't. How much of an advantage that is, I don't know. And the hidden gaps on the floor, they come back at this point, like that. See? Okay, I don't know, maybe there's like an invisible platform somewhere. Guess not. This next stretch I think has one. There's definitely an invisible or a hidden gap here, right? So it's like the enemy here that I'm shooting at is the hint to where it is. The only challenge is like how wide the hitbox is. That should give you a hint of where to jump over approximately. Alright, here what you can do is slide under that, climb this quickly, and you should be okay. If you're Base, you can get that. If you're Mega Man, I don't think so. Maybe if you use Ice Wall, you can get that. But whatever. Okay, let's take this guy. So yeah, you can just play it safe like I'm doing. I'm pretty sure you can destroy that ball before it gets to me, but I don't know for sure. So. Whatever, let's just do it like that. We got this large health, we're okay for now. And sometimes the random drops are in your favor. Okay, so here's the next, challenge gimmick. You got like spears jabbing out of the walls. You gotta time it right. Here, don't worry about the spear that's directly in front of you. Just focus on the one next to it. And what you want to do is, when it protrudes out at a given point, like as it's protruding out, just slide. So focus your timing on that second spear, not the first one. And you should be okay. And you can actually stand safely here. Like that previous set of spears, focus on the second one, I think. But then that won't save you from this the second one. Man. This one shouldn't be too bad. It's like yeah, pretty nice 3D effect. If only it wasn't as brutal to get by. Okay, I could have easily like slid or something to bypass that, but it's okay. Maybe you'll take some damage like that along the way, but it's fine. Okay, so alright, here comes the next challenging part. You're gonna have like this giant telly enemy from Mega Man 8, but in this game, for this level, what it does is it kind of carpet bombs the forest with like large flames. And those flames are instant dead, so yeah, you have to be careful on this. At many points where they do show up, there's like high ground that you have to get to in order to dodge that. So you gotta make use of, you know, this particular set piece. High ground, the placement of those tellies, where they spawn and all that, and just, you know, act fast. I just like to kind of make the enemies spawn just spawn on the screen, so I can kind of shoot them out before the you know, whenever the next telly comes in. Yeah, they're pretty. They really jab quick, those spears. It's all about timing, but the timing window is rather precise. If you take a hit, well, hopefully you have enough health to keep going, but ideally you want to dodge as many of those as you can as you get through it. Took a hit there, but and he didn't give any health. That's not nice. There's a guy right here. This should be. Thought he was gonna spawn that. Oh, close call. Well, that didn't destroy him, obviously. It's okay. Let's wait for this to pass, chase it down. Here comes another guy, wait for him to get there, jump up here. Maybe he'll spawn in health for me. Small health, it's okay. Not the most ideal, but it's okay. Is there a guy here? No, okay. Okay, so this is where you have two choices. If you take the lower path, you know, which is the most direct access, it's a little more difficult because you have to like take out two enemies past this you know, the sliding area here. We gotta take out those enemies real quick and then get to, you know, safety, like a high ground, before the next telly drops, you know, its nuke or whatever. But if you take the high ground, you need to use an ice wall to get up there, but it's a lot safer. Just remember to slide under him so you don't take the hit, and then he didn't really drop anything useful for me anyways. Yeah, definitely give this game a try. If you haven't played Mega Man before, like in general, or like a lot of it, especially the classic series, this might be a very surprising one to start with. Might have like quite a bit of a tough time. And much to my disadvantage, it looks like these cannons don't drop any like health or anything, so, and neither does this guy, which is not nice because the boss is like right there behind that door. Well, behind that door. But let's do this. Yeah, most difficult Robot Master coming up. I took some damage, so maybe I'm not gonna. You gotta do that, see? You can't damage him directly with the ice wall. Well, you could, but it won't do as much, you know, damage compared to what I just did there. That's what you want to do. What the hell? What was that all about? And of course he has to do that, but let's make the best of it. Okay, I might just be able to beat him on this. We'll see. Okay, say that too soon. Yeah, okay. Bad, very bad example. Maybe I'll do that, and then there we go. Okay, yeah, one more hit and he's out. I might be able to save it. There we go. Not so bad. Not bad at all. How am I doing with time? 35 minutes. Not bad, not bad. I'm thinking, it's pretty late. I'm thinking maybe one more level. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Save that, that's for sure. I didn't expect to get through those levels like that fast, so you know, I finished much earlier than I would have expected. just a half an hour session basically. Should I do one more Robot Master? Okay, cool. So yeah, you want to use his weapon against Pirate Man. So, oh, and another thing, a little trivia here is like a big part of the Robot Master weakness order. It follows the first Mega Man game. So in that game, it was like what do you say? It's scissors, like Cutman, the rolling cutter for electricity, and then electricity to ice, ice to fire, fire to bomb, bomb to rocks for Gutsman, and then, you know, rock back for scissors. In this game, if you notice, we did ice first, right? Ice went to fire, and now fire is going for bomb. And then after that, you're gonna see that goes for like rocks, which is actually, well, you know, yeah, rock, ground man. And then that's gonna go for, well, that's kind of where the weakness chain breaks. But then again, you know, this has like 8 Robot Masters, that has 6, so they had to fit that in somehow. They had to accommodate the 2 extra Robot Masters. But anyway, yeah, here we go, Pirate Man. One of my favorite themes, by the way, from this game. You can use your wave burner to push these like mines, you know, in whatever direction, left or right. I don't remember the exact path I'm supposed to go for this. Oops. Yeah, okay, maybe it's from the top. Okay, I'm getting overwhelmed here. Just show up out of nowhere. Spawning like off screen and they just charge right at you aggressively. And then here, I believe you have to fall between these guys. Yeah. Oh. Okay, good. You can get that. And then here. At least I'm getting a lot of health pickups. I said at some point earlier, like, oh, health pickups are rare. Maybe not. Maybe they're just rare when you really need them. So there's a CD there, I don't need to get that. I think you go down here. Is it down or? I think it's to the right actually. No. It is down. Okay, let's drop this guy real quick. And then there's like a whale enemy that's gonna show up yet. You can try to take it out, but just hide down here because it takes a lot of shots to defeat it. And then I think there's another one coming up here. Okay, here, I wonder if he respawns if, okay, well, it's so pointless. I took the hits anyway. And I don't know why I just did that. It was... What was the whole point of that sequence? I don't know. Oh, you could even dodge him like that. Nice, okay. Alright, not bad, not bad. Oh, wow. It's just another one, right? Dropping, you know. Alright. Okay, so here, okay, this is kind of the tough part. I don't remember which way you're... Wait. Whoa. Yeah, there are some fake treasure chest enemies, and then they do that. I think it's here. Oof, close call. Okay. Just can't remember where. Okay, that's the good treasure chest, I think. Yeah. And you just go up here. Yeah, somewhere here. I think I have to get up there. I think. I think this level is pretty short as well. Like, we're pretty close to the boss doors already. Like, yeah, this is it. And okay, so Pirate Man, he's not so bad. You can like, what it is you can hit him directly. It does some decent damage, but the way to get the most damage on him is like when he goes into a cannonball, which he might during my fight against him here. When you hit him like that, he has like a weakness animation for when you attack him in that state, like when he's in cannonball formation. And in that time, his invincibility frames will run out, and he'll still be going through the animation, so you can get like I think 2 or 3 hits total on him. So something to keep in mind. But in the meantime, you can try to like get as many hits on him as you can, which I'm gonna try doing. See how this works. See that, and then it's so close to me though. Okay, that was pretty reckless of me. I should have played it a bit more carefully, dodging his attacks and everything, but whatever. He's out. I was pretty much just tanking the enemy. At the end of the day, I defeated the guy, but it still felt really sloppy. Okay, so I have like enough bolts to... How do you get to the shop? Yeah. Let's see what we have that we can buy, but I'm not gonna buy anything now because only some of these items are gonna be useful in this game, and I only want to buy those particularly, good items. So for that, I need to know what they are. Like I know like this is useful, but I don't know what it. I forget what it is. This is very useful too. Shock guard, I'm gonna just not do that. But yeah, like I need to know what the names are for this. So I think this is the only point where I'm gonna consult like an online reference just to see what these are, because yeah, I'm not really making the game easier by knowing what I'm buying, am I? Like, so it's the only time I guess reading a guide is acceptable. But I know I'm gonna need Rush, Eddie, as well as I think this one's auto charge. It's like it makes you charge your Mega Buster automatically without you having to hold down the fire button, right? We have this, yeah, so I need like most of these, in fact, except this as well. I don't think I need this, but right now I don't know. I have 190. So what can I get out of 190? Let's see. This needs 120. That leaves 70. I can do. I can do a lot of these actually. 100, 150, too much for each. We will. Okay, so I don't need him right now or him. So let's prioritize 50, 50, 100. I'll be down to 90. 50 and 100. Okay, let's just get this first. Actually, you know what? We're gonna buy some stuff. So let's buy him. Let's exit power up. And 140. Let me think about this. I can get him or. But this is like, I think I gotta keep buying this over and over each time you use it or something. I don't know. Let's see. So maybe not that right away. Let's see. What is this? This is. Yeah, I don't even remember what these are, so I'm not even sure what I'm buying. And yeah, I don't need Rush right now. Or even Eddie, so I can't even get him anyway. 50 auto charge. Will I ever need that in the Robot Master Stations? Probably not. So, okay, so let's just get this then. It looks like it's gonna be useful, even though I don't even remember what it was. That's all I can get. Can I save the game? No, okay, I have to. Okay, I bought the exit power up, so let's go into a level, exit, and then just save the game at that point. There's gonna be a level, one of these Robot Master stages, where I'm going to farm for like bolts, just to get whatever else I need at the shop. You know, parts from the shop. Save that game. Oh, and also the other thing is, once you get to like these Robot Master stages, if you can, you know, beat the bosses, continue to the right if you beat him, or this guy at the very right, or the one to the right of this, you can access this stage. And you need to complete all the stuff in this stage to access, you know, like the castle, Wily Castle, or King Castle, which is at the very right. And what you do here is, this is a level where there are like 8 teleporters, one for each Robot Master. So what you have to do is like, let's start here. Basically, those things can only be like destroyed by a specific Robot Master weapon. And in this case, we don't have this this weapon at this time, so we'll come back to it later. But basically, to get to like the King or the Wily stages, you have to destroy the crystals in all 8 of these sections. Okay, this I remember we definitely don't have. This is... we don't have this. Okay, we have this for sure. This is the wave burner. You light the fuse. Okay, and then you just shoot this thing. And also, in addition to increasing your progress, it gives you like this huge bolt, and then like I think it's like 100. Each of those pickups are, yeah, they're 100. So you know, it's like a little bonus too. So there's like 8 of these teleporters, so 8 of those giant bolts, you get like 800 total. Okay, I was just here. 800 total, which is nice. In fact, you know what? I'll just wait before going to the shop again. But so we have the ice wall, so we can do this. I do have the remote mine, so let's. Okay, this is. Okay, so this is the worst one. Like by far, this is the worst for me anyway. You have to the remote mine. You can control its height, its elevation with the up and down on the D-pad. And so obviously they want you to shoot a mine through the little the slit space there, and navigate it up and down to reach that and then detonate it there. But especially now with this delay, this input lag on this controller, it's going to be a lot of fun. Oops. See that? Oh, okay, well, what is that? The fourth shot? As I say that it's going to be so difficult, it ends up not being the case. Don't question it, just appreciate it. Let's get out of here. Save that game, for sure. So we're up to 320 bolts. And also, I think I do want to replenish. Yeah, let's replenish some weapon ammo actually, because that's the other thing about this game compared to like previous games. When you finish like a level or whatever, and then come back to the stage select, go to the next level, do whatever, your weapon energy doesn't refill. I don't know why. Like, maybe they wanted it to be challenging that way. But that's one thing you have to keep in mind as well. Like, weapon energy doesn't just refill just because you exit the level or defeat like the Robot Master or the boss for that stage. You have to refill it yourself or get a game over, and then it refills. Health kind of works the same way. If you just like exit like one of the regular Robot Master stages and go to something else, they do have the decency to give you like full health again. But like in the King stages, the Wily stages, when you go from one level to the next, your health does not refill actually, from what I remember. But this is again unlike any other Mega Man game where they don't do that. And this level might be not the best for weapon refills, actually. But you know what? If you turn off the game and then like reload, I think the weapon energy and obviously the health, they refill at that point. So if you want to do it that way, you can do it too. Yeah, it is. Like if you're trying to beat this in one setting, that's especially where it's the worst. The worst for your situation. So I'm just gonna refill health. Again, I'm pretty good on time. Maybe one more. Wow. And this guy's gonna be stalking me. Yeah, he's still here. I was sure they dropped weapon energy. What's going on here? Alright. Oh, there we go. Not my best showing. What's that? I thought he went down with just like one charge shot, but I guess not. Okay, that should do it. Let's get out of here. That's it. And I think I picked up like maybe like a few bolts along the way, so let's save the game again. Yep, there we go. So okay, so we last defeated Pirate Man, right? So he gives you the remote mine, and that's the weakness to this guy, Ground Man. I said it before, I think, but he's one of the guys you can fight against as a starting Robot Master if you were to play this game from scratch. But it's interesting actually because how I do against this guy, I remember it's so unpredictable because when I fight him with his weakness, I tended to die a lot, and I remember defeating him quite a few times with just a Mega Buster, just charge shots against him, the charged Mega Buster. But now with the remote mine, and I think the reason for that, it has to do with the way you're supposed to hit him with the remote mine in order to do damage. It's rather situational. Whereas with the charge shot, there are a lot more opportunities to shoot at him with it. I don't even know why I'm going for that. You just skip past most of this. Oh, oops. I remember there's something here. Yeah, there's health. Oh. I think if you sink down to the bottom, it's like a death pit, so you don't want to do that either. There we go. And there's a mini boss here. Yeah, there is. Okay, but this is not the mini boss, but there is a snake enemy here. What you have to do is climb this ladder, hang about, and then try to get to the other side as fast as you can. And then here, it's like that. Here, get on the left side. Down there is just for the CD, so if you have no means to reach it, don't bother. And then here, once again, the ladder. Just hang out for a bit, drop as soon as it's clear, try to go as fast as you can. And then here, same thing. Can I climb? Yeah. And I think that's it for now. Wait. That's all you have to do. And then here comes the boss, I think. Yeah. This is this caterpillar or centipede enemy. So what you have to do is he kind of does that. And then oops. Then he shows up from here. Jeez. Okay, well, actually that was a safe spot, I just completely missed it. At some point he stopped doing this and he kind of pokes his head out. Oops. Sorry, 1 second. I'm using headphones and it just fell right out of my ear. Alright. Okay. He's supposed to peer his head out at some point with this other attack. There we go. And those guys are gonna be a huge pain in the ass too. No health drops though. No health drops at all. I'll take that. There we go. That mini boss's weakness is the remote mine. In fact, it goes down in 2 shots if you time it right. But the only downside to that is you need the remote mine for you know, for the boss, right? Usually you do. I know I said that I tended to beat the boss more with the Mega Buster than the weakness, but I don't know. I haven't played in a while, so I don't know how it's gonna go this time. There's like a section, also the pathway branches here. Take the right path because the one below is like for a CD, so you don't need that if you, like you don't need it. Okay, here's another fun little puzzle. Okay, well I'm not gonna get that, that's for sure. This is like where you have to destroy the red, whatever, I can't get the word out of this, but you gotta destroy the red one of these, right? And it'll open the door, but blocking your pathway is like these beige ones, or whatever, brown ones. Each one of these you destroy, the spikes in the room, they get closer and closer to you. Like in this case, there's like the ceiling spikes, so when I destroy this, that happens. And then, first of all, let's get rid of this guy, so that it opens the door. And I think I have to destroy that and then slide across because it's gonna close down on me. So I think it takes 5 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Knowing how many shots it takes on these is pretty useful because of this part right here. Now here's where you have to be careful because there are obviously more of these stones here then you should be destroying. The spike's gonna come from the ground. The red one obviously you need to destroy, which means inevitably you have to destroy this guy. But then to go to the right, you want to... Okay, well first of all, let's just get rid of him to see what happens. If I destroy him, it comes closer. I think, yeah, you have to destroy him, yeah. You can even destroy the upper one. Either one is the same, I think. Yeah. I think. And then you can just come here. Okay, so this is why I said it's important to know how many shots it takes. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't matter, but then you gotta jump off the very edge here because you can fall into the spikes. And then this is not so bad, is it? But you gotta do that fast. And I think that's it. Yeah. Wait, oh yeah, so there's like that, there's like the door to my left, higher up there. If you went for the CD, which I think you can only do with base, the way out is like an alternate path that, you know, eventually takes you to that door that leads, converges back here. Oh, I hate this part too. those enemies there, they destroy the ground, and I think he made it impossible for me to cross. Oh no, okay, not so bad. Okay, well, that just made my job much more difficult. Okay, well, let's... Come on. So the gaps, I think, aren't impossible to cross, but they're much more difficult if you just let them destroy the ground like that. But anyway, yeah, okay, so we're at the boss now. This is the guy. His pattern is actually not too difficult, but I don't know, I tend to slip up a lot, and then, you know, then I get hit, obviously. Let's just try to dodge that, though. Let's try to avoid that, I should say. But I have like three lives, I think. Well, now I'm down to 2, I think. Or I'm on my last life, actually. Oh no, okay, I'm okay. 3 lives. And what is this? I don't know what this power up is. Might be an energy balancer, but anyway. I might as well just try his weakness, just to see how it goes. I gotta like time it right though. Yeah, like that, see? That's not cool. That's one of my favorite attacks of this guy. Whoa. There we go. Okay, so this time I defeated him with his weakness. I love that weapon. I love that weapon because of the sound effect. It sounds like a jackhammer or like a heavy machine gun. Yeah, exactly. It looks like a PlayStation game because in fact it rips most of the visual assets from a PlayStation game, so that explains it. Like a sprite-based PS1 game. But it does it pretty well, you know, it's animates nicely, you know, and nice colors, just looks really nice. I know we don't have these 2 weapons yet. Okay, so I did this. Oh, maybe it's one of the bottom corner ones, huh? Like this. Let's try this. Wait, no, it's not that one, so maybe the left side. Yeah, okay, so, we beat Groundman, he gives like the spread drill. So what you're supposed to do is shoot like a big drill, and then you can make that large drill fragment into smaller ones by pressing the fire button again, and you can make it like split 2 2 times. So the first time you do it, it'll split into 2 drills, and then you press fire again, it'll split, each of those will split into 2 smaller ones, so it's like 4. So here's like, there's the 2 split, and let me show you the 4-way splitting. See that? But I like the sound effect it does when it like when it's attacking the enemy. Alright, give me a hot minute. I want to see what these shop items are. Cause like I might as well just buy like a bunch right now. Well, how many did I defeated like 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only defeated 4. Because basically, like when you defeat a certain number of robot masters, the rest of those shop items are supposed to appear, but they don't. They don't. So let's get out of here. He's left. We have him and him. Are you up for another? Okay, cool. Let's do it. So next up is Tengu Man. Again, the other Robot Master who was carried over from Mega Man 8. Astro Man being the first one I mentioned. So yeah, we're gonna do. We just defeated. Who was it? We defeated Ground Man, and you know, he's the weakness to Tengu Man. Okay, so this upcoming level is what a lot of people cite as an example of like the dickish difficulty for this game, but honestly, like there's like, you know, there's an easy explanation or like a solution to it, you know. Only problem is this guy. Just oh yeah, just maybe as a precaution, keep your charge shot coming for this guy. And then okay, so here's what you're gonna do: take out this guy, pick up that 1-up quick. Remember, it's an auto scroller, so you have to. I was late on that, but basically, yeah. So that 1-up that I picked up respawns each time you die. So yeah, you have like basically unlimited tries. I'm not sure why people complain. You know, I know you're under pressure because it's an auto-scroller and whatnot, but still, that's like, at some point you should know, right? Like, what you're supposed to do next. Didn't get it that time, but I think I'll get it on this next try. But this is like pretty much the hardest part. After this, it gets way easier. Or at least, you know, there's no auto scroller, so the pressure is off of you. Okay, well, I made it. I could have probably handled it a bit better, but it's okay. And then yeah, this next part is like, it's easy. Well, not easy, but one downside is, of course, if you die here, you don't have any one-ups around here that at least that I know of you can use to save yourself. Whoa. And the other challenge is knowing where to go next. I actually don't quite remember. It might have been here actually. Like down here. If you go to the left, there's like a 1-up or something. Oh, I don't know why I did that. That's the boss's weakness. I think I farmed these enemies for like weapon energy though. Yeah. Okay. Not bad, not bad. So we need another ice wall. And then I think, oh, it's for a 1-up, nice, okay. What do you got? Okay, so I do have to get to him no matter what. Alright. That's to pull me in, that's to push me away. I think I want that one. Oh, I could have used, oh, I could have just used like the mine, like, I could use this thing. I gotta remember that next time. Oh, but then we have these guys who can give me like health and... Okay, this is where the controller's gonna really... And they might have... What do I need? What do I need? I don't need anything, let's go. Okay, no, we can tough it out. Oops. Why is it respawning for? There we go. What's next? I don't know what I was doing there. But I think some tellies are coming up so they can like give me some health. Because obviously like I'm getting low here. By the way, are you able to hear me clearly? Like, I hope I'm speaking like loud enough and I don't sound too groggy. Let me know. Perfect. So we have the health here. Lots of health. That's nice. make that gym. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so wow, large health pickup is like way over there. Okay, not bad. Nice. Can you hear me okay? Okay, perfect. So boss door here. So okay, we'll take out the spread drill. Time to go all machine gun or jackhammer against this guy. He's also not so bad. Each time you hit him with the spread drill, he falls down like his animation. Like that, see? And again, I love the noise. I don't even know if I got him. I think if you use the big drill, it does more damage than if you like split them up. But it doesn't matter because you should have enough no matter what to take him down. Perfect. And then you get like, yeah. Thanks. That's one of my favorite bosses to fight, just, you know, yeah, just because you can use the spread drill. And the spread drill is pretty handy for like certain situations. Let's do this thing. What did I get? I got the Tango Blade, and I don't remember where. I think it's this. Yeah. So there are two ways you can use the Tango Blade. When you slide with this weapon equipped, I think that's when it activates the. Yeah, see that? That's one way, and the other way is just standing still or running. I think running, and when you just fire like that, it shoots a blade that can bounce off the wall like a few times, like that. So you want to do that, so it'll bounce its way up like a boomerang or whatever or pinball to get to that bolt and to destroy the crystal. Which you know, progression-wise, that's like more relevant. Let's do another. Because this guy's up next. And yeah, this is kind of one of the more annoying stages. But he's next in the weakness chain. You're going to use Tango Blade on Magic Man. The stage itself is it's a little bit long. There's some tough parts in it. And then the boss itself is really not fun, even with the weakness. Then you have this music going on here. Just you can drive most people nuts. And you gotta watch out for those guys. I think it's these, like, there's like, there's the green one, and then like these, and then there's the red ones. And I think they all, when they grab hold of you, they kind of pin you in place, and then they take away all your bolts. It's absolutely terrible. Okay, so here's like the first really annoying part. I hate how there's gonna be like enemies in the air. So like if you fall off the train, you're supposed to stand on the green, right? If you fall off the train, that's like a death pit for one thing. And this is like a long section with several trains. You gotta like, you know, jump like from platform to train, and then back and forth like for like a small stretch to the right. And it's very easy to fall off, especially if you get hit like with a knockback from like some of those flying copter enemies. Like that guy, see? Like right now I'm gonna get hit. I can't avoid that, but you'll see what I mean coming up. Okay, maybe this is it right here. Like you have to... Okay, that was a bad example. But at least you get like a 1-up to... in case you die here, right? But it's not over, because this is gonna happen again. Like there's another section with this, I think. Yeah. So here, you gotta do it again. I wasn't looking over there. See that? That's what happens. I gotta remember how to do this. It's the annoying part. And here, like, even though I can get back the life that I lost, this weapon energy is not gonna refill each time. So that's one thing that's running out. Oh my god, he's destroying my bolts, isn't he? Bastard. Yeah, just don't, whatever you do, don't get in contact with those guys. Cause like, I need to buy all those parts, you know, and like farming for that shit is not fun. Freaking. Alright. Okay, but I think this is it. That's all. Yeah. But the stage is not even nearly done. We got like a long way to go. We have this guy too. He's not a mini boss. You can destroy him, but the priority is to just get to that door once he destroys, you know, enough blocks for you to access it. And there's a death pit below, so you don't want to do that. And I kind of forgot what I saw over here, so let's see what there is. And I got another life from that ordeal, so why not? What do we have here? Oh yeah, okay, so I gotta be careful. You gotta time it so you can like... Well, actually, you can destroy him and then focus on timing it. And this is a bad example. Oh no, this is a good timing. And then... Okay, so at some point there's gonna be like health, right? And there's that jerk over there. I hate this guy so much. Just drop off already. I don't know where he came from. He came from up there. He was off screen, like relative to where I am, that I could see he was off screen. But you know, if the timing was just unfortunate for me, he would have just landed right on me, and then he would have just taken some bolts away. God, I'm still annoyed that I'm still annoyed about the whole freaking. Okay, I'm getting like. Slipping up. Oh, piece of shit. How many did you take away now? Shit. These guys drop health. I don't really need it right now, but freaking stole my bolts, man. Okay, so this part is not so bad. You just have to go down. Like, you don't have to worry about the trains, like, you know, trying to get onto the trains, but you have to avoid getting hit by them, obviously. But there's some more of those guys there, those bolt stealers or whatever. Somewhere here, I think. Oh no, it's at the end of the level, so we have some ways to go for that. There we go. Do I need that? No. Let's go. But then here, it's like... Come on. Yeah, it's not gonna make up for all the bolts I lost, that's for sure. Yeah, you didn't even see this guy. Yeah, see this is some bullshit right here. Yeah, it does not even closely make up for everything that I lost. Not even close. Anyway, this is the boss door, but given my health and knowing how tricky this guy is, I will not fight him off the bat here, but I'm gonna just kind of... I have like 8 lives, so like I won't be fighting like you know, the most seriously here. Just kind of... Jeez, I mean, shit. When you refight these guys, you know, in the Wily stages, because yeah, there's all the rematches going on. You get one of the shop parts, which is like it halves your damage. But even with that, I remember like nearly dying, or even dying to Groundman and this guy. Because part of the problem is, never mind that his attack patterns are tricky to dodge, and you know he hits hard. But even with his weakness, it's like there's like, you know, you can use the blade, you can shoot the blade at him, or you can use the charge blade attack, like the sliding blade attack. The second one does more damage, but like that. See, I didn't mean to waste any ammo, but basically, when you do that, your hitbox goes into his, and see that you can get hurt too. And I think he's gonna get... Okay, close call, but I got him. But yeah, see that? Like I'm never able to time it right to defeat him, or like to hit him without getting hit myself. So for me, it's always like attrition. Thanks. Yeah, he's pretty difficult, at least for me anyway. Like his pattern is, you know, like hectic, like he's fast paced, and using his weakness, you have to be careful as well. So we can use the magic card, which is I think for this one here. Yeah. And this you can aim like up and down, so do that, and then do this. Pick up a bolt. At 720, yeah. Like honestly, I probably could have been at 800 or close to it, but yeah, those enemies in Magic Man stage there that like wreck all your bolts and shit. It's like. Let's see. Well, I was at what? Yes, at 620. Yeah. Let's see the shop. Let's see if the other items opened up yet. Okay, there we go. Yeah, now they opened up. We can kind of go on a buying spree. Okay, so I have the shop explanation here. It's referenced from strategywiki.org to tell me exactly what it is that I'm buying. So the one I got, I was right. That was the energy balancer. So this part here, basically, like when you don't have weapons equipped, or like I think in general, just picking up weapon energy capsules, it distributes the refill to like all your weapons, or something. Yeah, when it's not equipped, I think. When it's, let's see, weapon capsule refill. Yeah, when it's not equipped. So I bought that, and obviously the exit. So in case you forgot or don't know, with the exit, you can, you know, like click or press on this from your pause menu from stages, like Robot Master stages that you already defeated, to exit out of there back to the main menu. So we don't need these out of this line, and I don't think we need this. What is this? Enemy? Yeah, we don't need that. We definitely need this. This is when you equip this power up and you pick up health items, it like doubles the amount that it gives you. It's called Super Recover. So we want to get that. And what's this? Yeah, we want this. This is like when you're low on health, the damage you do to like bosses and enemies, but you know, like more importantly to bosses, it's like doubled. So we have that. Auto charger, I said I wanted to get that, so we will get it. We do need him and him, and I might as well take him too. What is this? Let me see. High speed charge. Same. Okay, so we have that. Okay, no, so actually, you know what? Auto charger. Okay, yeah, so I know. I don't want this, but I want this. Definitely want to get this. And then what is this here? Oh yeah, another very, very important item right here. And then this is super armor. Yeah, okay, another one. Super armor to reduce the amount of damage you take. And then damage absorber. Whenever the character gets hit, some energy is restored. I don't know. I don't think I ever used that, so but we'll see. And I think this reduces the weapon energy that you use when you use a weapon. Let's see. That is, yeah, that's the one. But we're gonna need that too. What's this? What is this? No, definitely not. That's for like CDs. And then this is probably not useful either. Yeah, it's not. It's not good for. It's not like an essential item. So let's start buying, shall we? I think I got everything here. I got this and this. 720. What can I get at? 200. 200. I can do 250. For another 200. Yeah, I like this. Okay, so we'll clear this whole lineup right here. Do I need anything here? I don't need these guys for the Robot Masters at all. Wait, what the hell is this again? Super armor. Okay, no, I don't need that right now. Yeah, I don't need. Okay, so let's just focus on picking up this stuff. I said, no, wait. Because we don't want to get that. It's, this is the one I want. So, nix 50 out of there. We have 320. So, what can I get? 150, so 250. We're down to 70, but then with that I can't really get anything else, can I? I don't need rush right now, however, okay, I don't have enough for that. I can't get anything else if I get that. Wait, 100 to 200. But if I get this guy, I can't get anything else here. Whatever, it's not like I'm using any of these falling parts for the Robot Masters anyway, so let's just spend it on get what we can for now. Okay, 70 volts, yeah, whatever, let's get out of here. I'm just gonna save the game. I only have one Robot Master left, by the way. And I think we're gonna do that one. Save the game. Save. No, I have two more. Why do I have two more Robot Masters? What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, no, never mind. I have two Robot Masters. Who am I gonna do after him? Obviously, I'm missing somebody. Oh, right, yeah, Dino Man. Okay, so, well, this really does change everything. So we're gonna have to use a magic card on him. That's his weakness. Oh, this is another level where it's like it's ridiculous. But this level is excellent. It's an excellent farming spot for gold. So this is where I'm gonna go to collect most of that for, like, to, buy the rest of the parts for the shop. So this is where I'm gonna go for that. Jeez. Yeah, this is the farming area right here. See that? Okay. Okay, I don't know. Okay, that's okay. I don't know why I did that. I saw the bolt and I just wanted to go and get it. You know what? Let's get out the burner. So you can do this and Okay, this is not the best spot for it, or whatever. Let's get back. Um, let's just focus on beating the level first, actually. Close call. Oops. Whoa. But you know, you can pick up a few here and there along the way. Here's a little memory game coming up. Ah, I didn't mean to. I could get that. Let's get that. Okay, here's another tricky part. In random spots on the floor that I'm on, pieces of the ground are gonna like rise up into the spikes on the ceiling. So what you have to do is, the moment you step on one and it's like at the instant it rises, you have to like dash forward, or you can run backwards as soon as you notice yourself like rising up. Immediately like go backwards like that, and then get past it, and then oh, I was trying to slide there. I don't know what happened. I think there's one more. Okay, well, yeah, there's that one. And then this is where it gets more tricky though. I think I have to slide forward this time. Okay, it's like a, yeah, invisible block. Oh, and this is going to be even more annoying with this controller here, with the input lag and all that. But okay, so there was like a 1-up in here, so I guess every time I die, because there's like a tricky section coming up with like invisible blocks, and it respawns me like I think at the left of this, so I could just pick up the 1-up that's hidden in there to just keep on retrying. No worries about game over. This is going to be a pain in the ass though, right here, this. And then this is the worst by far right here. Like not this, but there's like a, just above this, the view on screen, like there's like a huge like a sequence of blocks that just kind of, they don't have a pattern and they appear rather fast. And it's really it's erratic. Right here, this nonsense. It's all over the place, this crap. I can't even think about it, like I'm... I can't even... Alright, well, I tried to anticipate it. That didn't work. Could be here for a little while. There was no 1-up there. Shit. That's not good. Oh, maybe I picked up a CD in there. Never mind. That explains it. Alright, here we go. Right here. Can I get on that second one? Let's see. Nope, I cannot. Ah. Oh, there we go. Okay, not so bad. Here comes another memory game. And it's still not over, huh? Okay. Pain in the ass. And they don't leave there. What can I use? There we go. Okay, this is the worst because there's like well, okay, so there's one piece here that'll hit the ceiling of spikes, and then at the very end of this ground that will take me up, but I have to slide to the left fast because there's some spikes there too. This one. I don't know what happened there. That's not even almost close to what I did. So okay, so the gap is wide enough for you to fall through, huh? Alright, good to know. And this part again. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Oh, wait. I hate this part. Okay, and then there's like one more spikes right here. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I don't have the super armor. Do I? Nope. Okay, so let's get this. We can. Okay, so this is how the parts system works in. That's the other thing about Rockman Forte or Mega Man and Bass. Is like the parts system here. It's kind of like Mega Man X and maybe one of the Game Boy Mega Man games. It's like there are some parts that are in this game anyway. Like some of them are always equipped, like this right here, the energy balancer. But then all the ones in this row, you can only equip one at a time, so you gotta like choose, right? So there's kind of a bit of a strategy element going on. And in this case, for like my situation right now, we can only really effectively use this one, not this, because this is like if you pick up health, it doubles the amount you get out of it. But this will be like when I'm low on health, the damage I do to the boss will be doubled. So let's do that and let's go. My health is pretty good, and we need this, and alright, let's see what we can do. Put this, and, oops, wait, there it is. Okay, so we're maxed out. Let's do this. He's not too bad, but you have to act fast, basically. Oops. Let's get back to this. I'm getting hit. Thought I hit him. I think this takes 2 more shots. Yeah. There we go. Kind of tricky. I was obviously like scrambling to defeat him, so I was like missing and like running into him or not hitting him properly, but whatever, we got him first shot. And then here's the last boss. This is Dynamo Man. Obviously with the copy vision that we just got, that's what we're gonna use. This guy is a real mofo because he has like a health regenerating move, so you gotta be careful of that. Copy vision. Let's see. Yeah, this is it. Okay. So there you go. Let's go get some whatever we can. Shop some parts. I have like what 200? Yeah, 295. Who are these people here? Oh, anyway. Alright, so let's see what I can get. Okay, 295. We can do. I got everybody in this line here, so we can focus on this stuff. I could use auto. Health regen, but I can't even get that anyway. I can get this if I wanted to. I can't get any of these except this. Okay, so but I'm not gonna use this anyway, so let's see. No. Okay, well this is the only one I can really get that's also practical. So let's do it. Oops. Save the game with this. I gotta beat this guy fast and we'll call it after that. I'm not big on this level, I remember this. This is also like a long level, and it's like there's some annoying parts to it, and it just kind of drags on too. And there's a mini boss that I really hate, and that's gonna take up some time. What the hell? Oh, nice. Jeez. Let's do this. Okay, this conveyor belt, it speeds up the more you run on it, so it's like it energizes with, like, I guess, like resistance or whatever you want to call it. It's like a hamster wheel, like powering up some appliances, like electricity. Whoa. Okay, I don't know what the point of that was for me. And yeah, like the more you run on it, the faster it goes, like it just speeds up. So maybe you want to try to avoid running on it too much, because it gets to a speed where you simply can't progress forward, I think, and also it'll eventually just just drag you really fast away. And I thought these guys would give me something, but they don't. Okay, well, I just put myself into a shit spot here. These guys don't drop anything when you really need it. Okay, now I'm really slipping here. That was such a shit show. Gee, where'd he come from? He just spawns out of nowhere, doesn't he? It's not a checkpoint, I know that. Like, you have this shit right here. It's not gonna give you health. I can't even reach him if he had health. Oops. Okay, that was stupid. Let me try that again. Yeah, they really don't give help now, do they? I'm in a bad spot here. And there's like a mini boss coming up too. I don't stand a chance against him with this little health. There's gotta be a place where I can refill health, I think. Nope, guess not. Shit. I'm not getting any health pickups, so this is like a waste of time because I know I'm not gonna survive, like... Yeah, you know what, screw it, let's What do I have? Nothing. Okay, you know what? Let's just die here because how many lives do I have? Yeah, let's just waste a life here because I'm not gonna make it. Like, I'm really not gonna make it. Oh, okay, well, this is not, well. Okay, so this means that if I die at any point after the mini-boss, I have to fight the mini-boss again. That's not nice. It's not nice at all. Come on. Okay, good. And then let's take out this guy. Shit. These things last a long time, don't they? And then, like, you can either destroy that spawner in this case, or just keep on destroying these that come out. Like that. But now I'm almost dead, and I think, yeah, if I die, I have to do that boss again, which is that mini boss. Just annoying as hell. And then you got like these bat enemies up there. Maybe they'll give me some health. Let me switch to the super recover at least. Okay, yeah, that's not useful. It's really not useful. There's like spikes here, there's a platform. I can't reach that, can I? But I can reach it from up here, so, I think. Nope, okay, I'm not gonna, I think I can get it, but I don't want to right now. And let's see, okay, so you can, so for where I am, I want to drop, okay, I'll drop down like this, yeah. And here. I'm gonna go to the left, I think, yeah. Okay, so what can I do? I don't need to go up there, I don't think. Can I drop down from here? Let's see. Yeah, I could. He's coming after me. Alright. Climb this and just... Alright, that was very much needed. Okay, and then get this out, and then let's okay, see, it's speeding up there. I hate that. Oh, it's speeding up a lot. Okay, but it resets here, right? Yeah, it does. Oh, it doesn't even end here. Okay, good. I got to attrition, and okay, this is the boss. So let's die here, and then we're gonna take him on more seriously on the next life. Okay, so drop dead. What's this guy here? I got like a spam bot in here. Or something, I don't know what that is. From view, I don't know. Scorn. Okay, I got like a spam bot, 1 second. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you saw that too? Okay. But okay, yeah, that thing's been dealt with, and let's do this. Okay, so I'm trying to remember which way I want to shoot the aim this weapon towards. It's gonna be to the left. If he's gonna charge left, right, left. Okay, yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, he's gonna go this way. Wait, okay, never mind. I didn't do that right. Wait, okay, so he's gonna go right, left, right. Okay, yeah. Like that, yeah, okay. So go right, left, and then right. Okay, yeah, something. Oh wait, whoops. Oh, that was so wasteful. I should switch to. Oops, I should switch to this. Come back to copy vision. Oh, I really don't have the pattern of this guy down, do I? Alright, I'm in trouble. Okay, so let's do it again. I gotta get his pattern down, that's the problem. And then he jumps. It doesn't even jump to the left. Oh my god. I just can't believe I did that. And then he's gonna like recharge at this point. Oh no, okay, so it's my last chance. Alright, yeah, well, I don't think I'm making it out of this one. Yeah, okay, I'm screwed. I'm out of weapon energy. Come on. I got hit by all three. See that? It's regenerating health attack is the worst. Ah, screw it. I'm not gonna make it, I know that. Alright, let's get through that again. But I think I have the pattern a bit better down, so we should be able to hopefully take care of that. Oh, you like the boss there regenerates health? Ah, come on. Oh, okay, I see. And we got this guy. Okay, let's just try to stick over here and maybe see if this guy can farm anything. Like health, preferably health. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, that's good enough. And I didn't even see that guy properly. Yeah, let's do this. That does a lot of damage, doesn't it? I'm gonna die here. Okay. Except this is not even a checkpoint. This was on the left, I think, yeah. Yeah. This is nice, but still not enough. Like, really not enough. Because of this part. Yeah, and the speed of this conveyor belt, like, it pushes you, it's deceptive because when you jump, all that extra momentum is gone. So you just jump at like the regular speed. So that could easily deceive you. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Okay, at least it starts me after that mini boss. But okay, not so bad. I do remember this last conveyor belt is like one of the more tricky sections. Oh, there's a one up. Okay, yeah, I panic jumped there. I'm on my last life too, so like that's as far as it goes. Okay, that's gonna. The speed is gonna mess me up big time, especially here. Maybe the trick is to just. Oh yeah, it just keeps going. There's like another section after this. I'm not in the best shape at all. Oops. There we go. What is he gonna do? Oh yeah. And that was a complete screw up. Okay, for sure this time I'm gonna get it. For sure, for sure. Oops, come on. Well, at least by the end of this, I'm gonna have like a shit ton of bolts. Alright, that's good enough. Well, I don't really need that anyway. Is there a better weapon than that? No. That's annoying. Wow. Man, I hate this part so much. And there goes some good health. Alright, I got a life to spare. Might as well get killed here and then. Alright, I gotta try to. I really have to try to get it on this. Okay, the trick is to not shoot too soon. See where he is first, and then, you know, then aim the copy vision. Like that. Oops. I don't know what got me there, but okay. What is... And I'm pretty sure this is where he recharges or something. Yep. Okay, there you go. But that last one, I aimed in the wrong direction, but it doesn't matter. He was almost dead, so it's okay. Let's see how many bolts. I think it's this one. I remember I got this, but nothing else, huh? Okay, wait, oops, let's see, look, first of all. Oh, thanks, yeah. So I still, I want to buy, so I have to buy this, plus this, plus this. I think, 300, 600, 750, wow, 1050. Unless I bought this already, but I don't remember, actually. No, I didn't buy it yet. Okay, so I need, no, I never used this. Okay, so, 300, 450. I need to get 750 more. Alright. But I still need to farm to get the damn lives too, actually. I just realized. So the number is like definitely like considerably higher than just like what, 750. What did I buy? What did I buy? Yeah, okay, so I need all those. That's great. So this is the farming spot. Like right here. They used to spawn faster than this, like much faster. Oops. I don't know if it's... Where am I at? Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, that's pretty good. Ah, come on. Probably won't need to buy too many lives, I think. I don't know why I did that. Wow, I didn't move a needle. Like, it went like 100 volts only. Do they spawn faster here, perhaps? I don't know. Not really. Actually, yeah, it's a little better here. Wow, the spawn rate for like 1-ups for these guys is not bad at all. Still not enough. I think it's like I need like 700 or something. $750. Let's do 750. Okay. Now let's go get the last few parts. Yeah. I wanted to get this one. Oh, I got that one. Oh, yeah, that's true. This one. Christ. Well, what does this do? Hold on 1 second. Let me just see. Damage absorber. Whenever a character gets hit, some weapon energy. No, okay, we don't need that one. So we don't need this one, but I need like 5 more of these, so 250. Might as well do it now. And hopefully I don't lose a life on my way there. Who knows? That's true. Weapon energy is... it doesn't matter actually. Disregard that. Okay, I need 300 now. I don't know what that was. Lost some bolts there. Okay, well this is... What? Oops. Okay. Wait, I only need 300. Why did I go to 355? I don't know. Alright, that's it. That's it for today. I'm gonna save the game and then I'm gonna call it at that point. Okay, that's it. That's it for now. Next time we're gonna, try to finish the King stages, and then that should be it for Rockman Forte. Hey, yo, GKS Gamer man, thanks for tuning in for this stream, and I'll see you next time, huh?